audience for a long time, but with this system of Toastmasters International that is called Pathways, this is his first time delivering his project. This is his project number 1 of level number 1, and this is also an icebreaker. And that speech project is going to be evaluated by my own self.
Yes.
And please welcome Toastmaster Noor Ahmed Khan. The time is 4 to 6 minutes. Red card will be shown. 30 seconds is the grace time. All the best.
Thank you, DT
For the
Ahmed.
100th project.
My fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, myself, Toastmaster Noor Masood. Noor Ahmed Khan, as known as Noor Masood. I belong to a tribal area, far from here. And the name of that area is South Waziristan Agency. Surprise?
Yes.
As claimed for my name, Masood, because it's a very renowned and in some area very notorious tribe. And I belong to that area. I have a small family, very sad. Because when you have few members in family, that makes you very sad. I just have 11 brothers and sisters.
But you are still confident.
I'm still.
That's a proof that you are from Isa.
Yes. Thank you, thank you. My grandfather was a warrior actually, and he fought Britishers. And then my grandfather, he fought Indians. Even my grandfather reached Srinagar back in 1947. And then my father. And my father served in a government department. My father was the only one who was lucky enough to have education. And then me. Spent most of my time in cities. Completed my graduation in finance from Karachi, and then I shifted down to Islamabad, and then finally in 1997 I decided to settle down in Lahore. And for the last almost 23 years, I think, if I'm not wrong, I'm in Lahore. It's a lovely city, city of gardens, city of colleges, a cultural city. I love this city. There are many ebbs and flows in my life. I did so many businesses in my life. I have been involved with construction, with marketing, with retail. And finally, 3 years ago, a thought popped up in my mind that I should become a speaker or a trainer. And I was looking for a platform where I could improve my communication skills. I was searching for such a platform on newspapers, on net. But I could not find any better place so that I could learn this skill. And one day I was stopped at a signal, and there I saw a banner. It was written that join us and become a speaker. And that was a religious institute. I joined that institute. I spent hardly 15 to 20 days there. And since they were religious people, all that they did and I learned there was yelling and chanting and speaking loudly. But that was really helpful. And it helped me to open my vocal cords. But after that, I thought that it's not enough. Though it helped me a lot, but it was not enough. Then luckily, after a few days, I was scrolling down on YouTube, and there I came across a winning speech of a Toastmaster, Dhananjaya from Sri Lanka, who was the world champion of 2014. And his speech really inspired me. And that's where I came to know about Toastmasters. And it was back in 2016. And it's a whole of stories that I could tell you about Toastmasters alone. There are so many other stories in my life, because I spent quite a few years in Balochistan, then I shifted to Sindh, I spent 3 to 4 years in Karachi, then I moved to Islamabad, then finally came down to Lahore. So imagine how many stories I could tell. Many. There are some stories that are very interesting, very funny, and there are some stories that really changed my life. And the story that I want to share with you is the story that has really changed my life. And this story is about an incident that occurred just 2 years ago, when there is a huge gas blast that occurred at my hometown. Because my cousin died, we had to go there to attend the funeral, and all the family members were sitting there, and there was a gas blast. And due to that gas blast, 35 members of my family got injured. And out of those injured, my wife was the critical one. And she got 60% body burn. And I tried my best to take care of my wife. I, alhamdulillah, helped her a lot. But alhamdulillah, today she is all fine. She survived. She's a very strong woman. And alhamdulillah, today I'm so happy to have her with me. I have 4 kids. And you can't imagine that how naughty and how energetic they are. I can't even take a risk to take even one kid with me in this club. So difficult to control them. So this is some things about my life. In the last, I will share one story. When I was in Karachi, it's a very interesting story actually. It's a small shop like this, and I went there and I ordered something. In the meanwhile, another person came in, and he asked from the person inside the cafe that pack a tin of Pepsi. And I was there eating my stuff, and he was waiting for the tin of pack. And I saw that the person in the coffee shop, he opened the Visi cooler, picked the tin of Pepsi, opened it, and he poured all the Pepsi into the shopper. And he packed it and handed over to the other person. And he was shocked. What you did? And I was, burst into laughter. Everything fell down. And I scolded him that, what the hell you did? And he said, what wrong did I do? I just packed it. He said, pack the tin of Pepsi, and I packed it. So this was a really interesting story that I can never, forget. So thank you so much for bearing with me, for listening to me. These are some aspects of my life. And I'm so happy to be here at this club. And I hope that I've started my journey with Pathways, and I'll prepare for my next project, inshallah. Thank you so much.